Don't worry, it'll be funny because you could just like do the like, oh, I have like terrible
Yeah.
luck with the tech things, and it's just like in brackets, my power went out 20 minutes later or something like that.
I didn't practice anything, by the way. This is going on.
It's
I'm
it's
just
okay.
making stuff up.
It's a first podcast, so why don't you
It
do intros
is.
since it is? I mean, it's your
It
first
is.
episode, is it not?
Yeah, it is technically because the other one was just like a test one.
Mm.
So, welcome everyone to the On Way Out podcast. This is episode 1. I am your host, Andy Nightredd.
Woo!
Woo! And I have a very special guest here. My first guest, VerexityOnline. Yay!
Hello, I am honored to be the first guest of your podcast.
Woo! It's very
Woo!
exciting. Yeah, I plan to do a podcast for a long time. I'm very thankful for Floral for helping me with my trial one, and thank you for coming on and agreeing to doing the first episode with me.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it sounds like a lot of fun, and hopefully we could get a lot of juicy details about each other's lives.
Yeah, I'm down to share whatever. I'm an open book. I have I have some secrets, but
Okay, what's your social security number? You know, and like the three,
I actually don't know. I actually don't know.
And the 3 numbers in the back of your credit card. That would be lovely.
Oh, that
to
I
know,
can tell
know?
you if I can find my credit card.
Dude, no. Then you leak something and goodbye savings.
Not that I have anything, but yeah. Okay. Could you give a small introduction of who you are and just
Alright,
like
so just an introduction.
Yeah. Like what you do
Alright.
on Twitch, just like very quick.
So what's up guys, Verexity is now online and I am a full-time animation student currently and a part-time streamer. I haven't streamed in a long time, probably a few months, but usually I stream like Riot games such as League of Legends, Valorant, and how I met Andy TFT. We were both in the Box Bootcamp set. Oh god, it was probably a year ago or something. Like set 12? Or
Wait, what are we on now? 16, I think.
Oh god, maybe not 12.
15, maybe 12 or 13.
Yeah, 12 or I actually might think it was 12 or 13. Oh my god.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's more or less about me.
Okay, another question. This is something I learned from my other podcast that I did is how did you come up with your Twitch name? Because I asked that at the very end, and then now I'm like, I should probably ask this at the very beginning.
Honestly, I made it's based on my like IGN because I made that back in like
okay.
Oh my god, 2000. Actually, it was 2020 because that's when I got my PC. I got my PC in like 2020, 21 or so. I played League on my shitty what is it? MacBook Pro from high school, and it sounded like an airplane taking off. But at the time, it's funny. My friends make fun of me for this, but I used my like entire government name as my user because I didn't know how it worked. I didn't use my first name, but I had my middle name, last name, and I was like, if this, thinking back at it now, if that was like out there, someone would just be able to find me. But yeah, starting in like 2020, I was using the username Serenity because I really like the TV show Firefly. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's like
I think I've heard of it. Yeah,
old sci-fi TV show that I watched with my family, but I was using Serenity for like the longest time. But Serenity isn't the most unique name, and every time I tried to input it, it was like, this username is taken. This username is taken. This username is taken.
Yeah.
So then I came up with Verexity because I don't know if you were into that when you were younger, but the like, you know, ship names where you kind of like mash words together until it sounds good and you're like, that's their ship name. That's kind of what I did with my username. Okay. So it's Serenity with Exodus and Vertigo. I believe I'd like the three words because they sounded cool. No particular reason rather than that. Cool. And then Verexity was also taken, so I added online at the end. Wait, yeah, I know.
Does it even mean anything? Does Verexity mean anything?
No, I don't know. And now the username is not taken, by the way. So it was probably someone like old. I feel like I've developed enough of a brand on VerexityOnline.
That's true.
And besides, it's like I have a catchy phrase, you know, like
I
Verexity's now
know.
online, and
And I
everyone.
love it. Every time you go live and you say that, I like mimic your when you say it. I'm like, Verexity's now online.
Yeah, I feel like if people know me enough, when they like I stream, a bunch of people will
Yeah.
start like saying it in the background. I one
Yeah.
time had like, I think I have a clip on my channel of like my whole old college friends. There was like, everyone was trying to time it. There's like five guys just being like, it's now offline," and I was like, oh, Jesus.
Yeah, it's really cute.
But yeah,
Yeah.
that's the about my
Cool.
name. But what about your name? How did you
My
come up with it?
name? Dude, when you said 2020, I'm like, that's not that long ago. Because I think I came up with mine like 15 years ago or so when I was in like primary school. So
Oh,
I had like
jeez.
2 online names. One was
Hmm.
like Reddy, was like red with an I, because everything like, or like every time you put like an I at the end or like a Y, it makes things sound cute. So I'm like red with an I, and then I was like, okay, I need to grow up. I need something else. This is not. I'm not cute. So I put night in front of the red, and the reason why it's red, because it's like my favorite color, and I just picked night is
Aw.
because I like staying up at night, and I just put the 2 freaking words together, and that's it.
No, you know,
That's how I got
that's
my
a good
name.
story.
And then yeah,
Hey, it's
and
better than
then
like XX demon
true.
ghost boy or something that most middle schoolers would come up with or something.
Yeah, and then the extra
Improvement.
D's just came because sometimes the 1 D was taken, so now I got double D's,
Mhm.
which is
Double
okay.
D's.
Yeah, but yeah.
Hey, it makes sense with the I, you know, the double D's and the I
Hey,
makes sense.
yeah, can't go wrong with double D's. I think
Except back pain. That's a.
I wouldn't know, but I believe it.
I wouldn't know either, trust me.
Okay. Um. Okay. So wait, how do we meet? Was it actually through the box? Because I did some
Yeah.
digging. I followed you November 19th, 2024,
Was that
which I think
before or
was
after the movie?
before, and I think you were in my recommended.
Oh,
And then I said hi, and I was like, oh, she's cool. I hung out a bit, and then we both got into the box thing, and I think that's when we actually,
really?
yeah, I think so.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude,
and
I
I
can't
was
even remember what I did
surprised.
last
So I think I was surprised to see your name in the box thing. I was like, wait, I literally just met this person.
week. Wait, I know we got close because we did that collaboration with like
Yeah,
the 6 other people.
yeah.
Why did we do the collaboration? Was it to test out? No, it was to play the set.
I,
It was
I
to play the
think.
new set on PBE, and then we did the set rewind too, I think later on.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't remember how like we got the group together. It's just someone asked on that like box
I think
Discord.
I think so.
Maybe?
And then everyone was like, me, I'll join. I think it'll be fun.
Yeah, and it was fun. It was very fun.
Yeah, it was. It's good that we still keep in contact too. I know like a lot of us don't get into I didn't go try out for the boot camp this year. And I think a few others didn't make it too.
Yeah.
But I think it's cool that a lot of us still keep that connection from a year ago, 2 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Oh God, it's
I think
almost
that's really
2 years
cool.
ago.
Yeah, it's been a long
My
time.
my prime is falling off.
No, it's okay. But besides that, I think we played like Supervive together. I have like a faint memory
You're
of us playing
right.
Supervive together.
Oh my God. We did play Supervive
Yeah.
together.
And I think we
That
played
game- I
Rivals
haven't
together
played
as well.
Rivals?
Marvel
I
Rivals?
don't think Rivals because I play Rivals. Oh no, you might be right actually. Because I can't stream Rivals. That's the only thing with it.
Oh, really?
Not
Did we
anymore.
play that?
We might have, but I'm not. Or like I could stream Rivals, but it's literally just a screen because and it's like moving at 3 frames per second or something. Everyone's like, love the slideshow you're
slideshow, yeah.
streaming. I was like, guys, I just wanted to play Rivals, but apparently you guys can't watch it. So back to Valorant.
Yeah, Valorant, like, for some reason on my old PC, it always gave me problems. That's why I stopped playing it. And
Really?
I think a lot of other people are having the problem where, like, your screen just froze, or did
It
your
might be a Windows.
PC? Yeah,
It might be like Windows 10, because I know a lot of people
11.
couldn't
Yeah.
launch Valorant after the new Windows 11 update or something. But for me, it's do you know Apex? Apex Legends?
Yep.
Cannot play that game on my PC. It like
Yeah.
freezes my whole thing.
Yeah, sometimes I don't know. Some games have a lot of like problems for some people, but not for others. But I don't know why. You know. Yeah, I think so. That's like the extent of how we interacted was just box thing, and I think we just played like a couple of games together. But I don't think we were ever like in Discord just talking, because I don't think I joined your voice calls ever because I was too scared with your friends.
Yeah, but also like I'm pretty bad at this. I'm not a social person. I'm like I usually stick to my own like corner of like people and don't really like expand past that, just because I'm very much an introvert, I feel like. So meeting new people, I'm usually just like sitting quiet in a corner or something. And I have a hard time also reaching out to people, being like, "Hey, do you want to play or something?" I don't know what it is.
I think a lot of people are like that. But I think like within your own social group, are you like more talkative than like other people?
Within my social group, it depends on the people too. I'm loud when I need to be, because if I'm in a group of introverts, I will be the one to be like, let's talk, everyone, because we're all quiet and sitting in a call, you know? But if everyone else is talking, I'll usually listen along and stuff, because I don't need to be that voice to create
I think I'm the same. That's why I love people that yap, because then if I'm friends with them, they can do the yapping for me. I just listen. I don't need to talk.
That's perfect, you know?
I love it. I love listening to people.
It's like your own personal podcast in the background.
And then they like gossip. I'm like, oh, I get the hot gossip, and I don't have to talk. I just listen.
I love gossip. I hate being part of it, but I love listening to it.
I love listening to your podcast you did with your friends, but then I don't know what happened to it. You guys did like one episode, I think, right? And that's
we did two, and then we got busy, and then we had a falling out a few months back. Actually, it's okay. It's just like a difference of opinions and stuff. Yeah. I think was like the main thing, and communication is important, everyone. That's like a big thing. And there was something I did that wasn't communicated that I didn't know I did wrong until a few months later. And at that point, a lot of resentment was held over me. I don't think they were wrong to feel that way, of course, but I reacted not the best, of course, because you're telling me I did something wrong months ago, and now you're bringing it up now in the middle of my final season. And I was like,
it feels bad.
Claws really out. Bad. It sucks. It sucks that it happens that way. But communication and what is it? Consideration is a big thing that you have to be aware of, and neither of us really did that. I think that was a big thing.
Yeah, I think it's important because I feel like a lot of people, they just don't talk these days. They don't talk about anything. That's like one of the reasons why I wanted to do this podcast, is because I just want to talk to people and like actually learn about them and like their lives. Because I feel like everyone's so scared to talk about like deeper topics, you know? I
agree. And people are just scared to talk in general. I don't know why. Like, texting is such a big thing, but I hate texting. I'm going to be honest. I fucking despise it.
Wait, so when you like talk to your friends, do you call each other?
Yeah, mostly we just go on VC. That's crazy. And stuff.
Actually, I do that too nowadays, I guess.
Or I have a lot of IRLs, so we just meet up once a week or so. Because I know my best friend, we've been friends since since we were 5 or 4.
Whoa, that's long.
She's been in my life more than she hasn't. I love her. I adore her. Our cats are even brothers. We adopted our cats at the same time.
Oh, wait, that's really cute.
Like we're pretty deeply intertwined in that sense. But she has aversion to texting and calling as well. So we're not able to do that as much. I'm more comfortable in this scene because I was introduced to like the streaming community and the online thing during COVID, but she wasn't as well. So I share that of like, oh, I'd rather just talk in person or talk over the call rather than text, because I feel like text, a lot of things can be taken wrong.
Yeah,
Things can be read.
100%.
It just reminds me of that one video. You know that video of like the guy and his friend going out to the bar, and his friend is like all ready to fight and stuff. He's like, "Oh, you want to meet me there? You want to meet me there?" And I don't know which clip it's from, but I was like, that is my perfect embodiment of how I view texting, where someone could be like, "Oh, we're gonna fucking fight," and then someone's like, "Oh my god, we're meeting up finally after so long. I can't wait to see them."
I don't
Like
think I've
that's how
seen
I
it
view.
before, but I can
I'll see
see
if I
like,
could.
yeah, you can send it to me maybe like
I'll see if
after.
I could find it. Yeah, but
Yeah, but I feel the same way. I think there's a lot of things that can be interpreted differently through text, especially when like you don't use emotes or like emojis or something.
I think
Like
it's this one.
yeah.
But I feel like I agree with
Okay.
you. Like that's why I'm like, don't put periods.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Don't like add extra Y's at the end of it. Like, hey, I like you as a person. I'm not mad. Please.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, talking like it's very hard to like unless you're like being sarcastic, you can still tell like in voice or like face to face. You can tell if someone means something one way versus like the complete opposite. And yeah, I think there's some times where like I think I was texting someone and then they also took it the wrong way, and then we had to call afterwards, and I was like, "Oh, this is what I actually meant." And they were like, "Oh, sorry." Yeah.
And yeah, it's happened a few times where I was like, what? And then I talked to them later. I'm like, did you mean this? And they're like, no. Did you read it that way? I was like, yeah, I did.
I mean,
So,
it all just depends from like we all have different experiences and like upbringings and things. So I guess the way we like see certain phrases or even words or yeah, it's different from person to person. But yeah.
definitely.
And then going back to your friend, you were saying she was like your best friend from when you were like 5 years old. You said?
Oh yeah. We met each other. We only got close in like middle school, but we've known each other since like, oh, it was probably even earlier than 5. It was probably like 3 or 4, because we were in the same ballet class together, and then
okay.
we went to school together,
Yeah.
and we got close because both of us did figure skating. So
Wait,
I
that's
did
so
figure
cool.
skating for about 12 years, I believe, since from like since I was 8. Oh, maybe it was 10. It was like 8 to 18 or something. I was skating for a long time competitively as well, and my friend
What?
was right there with me. Yeah.
These are things I don't learn about you, like other people.
I mean,
you know?
it's not something you talk about, right? I stopped in
Yeah.
2020 when COVID hit, and it was like very much a high school thing. But I went to the level, like I skated for provincials for my province and stuff, or like in my province. So I was like, it was televised. I went to Quebec City. There was like 50 other
Whoa.
people. Wasn't the best, but hey, it's still pretty cool. I could say
I
did
mean, if you make it to that, I think you're pretty good. Like you better than me for sure.
Hey, it's a Canadian thing to skate.
That is true.
So.
But how did you get into figure skating? Was it like a hobby? Like you were like to your parents, you were like, "Hey, mom, I like you saw this on TV," or was like your parents forced it on you, or how did that come to be?
I think for a lot of kids in my community, we learned how to do, like, we learned to skate. So there's like the community classes, you know, you sign up for it, you're a bunch of kids. And I think from then on, something happened where I was like, I took part of a show at the end of the skating thing, and I really enjoyed it. And then my friend, you know, my best friend, also started taking private courses, and then our moms are also friends, so they're like, "Oh, why doesn't Vare join best friend in
Yeah.
private coaching?" And it kind of just evolved from there, and it was great.
That's cool. That's like I don't think I don't know, like, at least for me, like it wasn't a thing. Like, cause I kind of grew up in Vietnam. I'm like, there's no freaking snow. There's no ice skating in Vietnam. But I did used to like just for fun go ice skating with my family when I lived in Germany, and it's like a thing you do with like your family. Like I don't know, like when it's winter time, you'd go to the ice rink or whatever it's called.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I did like ice skating. It just wasn't an option in Vietnam. And I think in Vietnam,
You should
like,
go again. It's so much fun.
but I think in Vietnam, like, I think there was like a school trip or something we did, and
Mm-hmm.
there's no ice. So like it was, instead of ice, it was like wax mats or something.
Oh my God.
I don't know if you know what I mean.
Yeah. I know exactly what you
Yeah.
mean because like I went to Japan and they had that on the rooftop of one of the buildings for
Yeah.
skating. And I was like, this looks as a figure skater, you know, like no offense to anyone who uses that, but I was like, this looks disgusting. What the
It's
heck?
really hard. And like I feel like the ice is also a lot more fun because you also have like the coldness from the ice.
Mhm.
But then like with the wax, it's like sometimes you get like pieces everywhere, and it's, I don't know, it wasn't very fun after having done like actual skating on ice.
Yeah, definitely not the same. But yeah. Oh, I realized I think I got put into figure skating too because my mom figure skated.
Oh, okay.
That makes
Okay,
I just remembered. I was like, my mom did figure skating when she was younger, so I think she put me in it because she was like, oh my God, you know,
Yeah.
it's ballet on ice, and I also did ballet. So do not remember anything about ballet, by the way. I'm like not flexible at all. Don't know why I got put into that. I have the grace of like a dying swan, if that's the equivalent to it.
But then you also do figure skating though. Isn't there like some similarity to both in a
There
way?
is some similarities, but I don't know. I feel like all of my performances were very like bubbly and jumping. There was no like, you know, when you think of figure skating, you think of like the elegance and the
Yeah.
long arms and like the slow movement. Yeah, no, that was not my performances. Mine was just like they put like high speed music and they're like start
What?
dancing. Yeah, so like think of like, you know, like the can kind of music. I think that was literally one of my songs for one of my solo performances. So like that was the kind of style that I did.
I'm trying to imagine it. Like, okay, so when you say figure skating, what I see is like Olympic figure skating. Like people like, you know, everything's like graceful. Like there's someone like spinning, and then they're like, I don't know, skating backwards, long arms.
Yeah, so my performances were more so like compact movement throughout the ice. So it was still like technically good, but it wasn't like the style of like grace. It was a style of more like, yeah, I guess like the equivalent would be like, you know, like the Russian dancers that do like the
Yes.
kind of can on the ground, and then like
Yes.
their counterpart that was super graceful. I would be the one like crouched on the ground doing this stupid can super fast movement because
What?
my coaches knew I was not graceful. Like I don't know why. I didn't
even know
that
stuff
way.
like that exists in figure skating.
It's not the equivalent, but like that's the only like, you know, like connection line. That's like what
Yeah.
I'm thinking of.
Okay, maybe I gotta look into figure skating, the different kind. Oh, that's pretty funny.
It was good. It was fun. Hey, it got me far enough, you know. So
Yeah. And you said, okay, so you're Canadian, right? You were born in Canada and like born and raised, or were you born
and
Toronto?
raised? So the house I'm currently living in with my parents is the one I've lived in my entire life.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah, so I haven't moved around. I've been very like local, like stay here, you know. But my parents are first generation Chinese, and my father is actually he moved here when he was younger.
Okay.
So I'm full-blooded Chinese. My father is Singaporean, or like Singaporean Chinese, and my mom is born here in Quebec. Yeah, but she's also Chinese. Her parents came from China. Ni hao. Yeah, I am so Canadian. It's so bad.
Do you speak Mandarin?
No, I don't, and I'm really sad about that. I grew up in a neighborhood where I was like only person of color, basically. Yeah. There was like, we could count on the hands the different people, different races in my school, and I think there was 5 of us, and I think 4 out of the 5 of us were actually adopted Chinese, so they also didn't know Mandarin, right? So in my little bratty kid years, I was like, why do I need to learn Mandarin? You know, everyone here speaks English and French.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, but you had like Chinese lessons then? Because you said you
I
were...
took Chinese lessons. Yes,
Okay.
I took it when I was. I took one in elementary school, took one in college, and took one in university. So I know the basics
Okay.
now.
Yeah.
But oh my God, if anyone came up to the street of me and started speaking Chinese, I'd be like, "Oh, buddy, you got the wrong person."
I think I remember when I was in LA, I did a stream, and then you were in there, and I was in Chinatown with a friend, and I was like, Verexity,
Yes,
how
I
to help?
remember
Can you
that.
help me?
I was like, you have a better chance with like Google Translate, dude. I could read like ni hao or like that says soup on the door.
Yeah.
I think that's the right restaurant.
It's funny.
Yeah. How many languages do you speak, by the way? Because you said you moved around a lot.
Yeah. So a funny story that I literally found out over Christmas. My first language was Mandarin.
No way.
So my family, they used to have like a pretty popular restaurant in like this small town, and so they were like busy. They were like super busy with the restaurant, and then we lived on top of the restaurant, and it was like me and my sister would just be like upstairs, and like my parents would be working. So like they hired a babysitter, but so it was like this like Chinese like food restaurant. So we hired a lot of like Chinese people, and I don't know how I got this babysitter, but she's from mainland China. She's from fucking Beijing, mainland China. She only spoke Mandarin. So and then what my mom told me and my sister was, yeah, when Andy was like when you guys were younger, like Andy would talk to this babysitter a lot, and then he would just speak in Mandarin all the time, and I'll be like, what? This is like my first language. And she was like, yeah, I think like the first words you said was like the name of the nanny. I was like, what?
That's insane. I wonder how your mom felt. Like, it's not Ma or Da. It's just like the babysitter's name.
Yeah. So yeah, Mandarin. I also took like those weekend Mandarin lessons, and I think it was forced onto me and my sister by my parents. But I don't really even remember a lot about that. And I also took Mandarin classes in middle school in Vietnam. So like my Mandarin's actually, it's pretty bad. It's like really horrendous.
It's probably better than mine. So
maybe. I don't know.
It's surprising though. Is Mandarin like the second language of Vietnam?
No. But
Okay,
you know in school, you can pick like a second language. So like, I went to an international school. Everything was in English. You could take like French, Spanish, and whatnot, but they also had Mandarin as a choice. And I'm like, I know some Mandarin, free credits, easy class, you know. So that's why I took it. Yeah, that's why I took Mandarin. But yeah, I speak Mandarin, and then my mom's Vietnamese. So I lived in Vietnam for so long. So a lot of my family from my mom's side, they speak Vietnamese to me.
Okay.
So I speak Vietnamese, German, because I grew up in Germany. I think, but I was only there until second grade, and then I moved to Hong Kong. But then in Hong Kong, I still went to school in German, and then I moved to Vietnam, and then that's where everything switched to English. So my German wasn't that good, and then around 10th grade, I moved back to Germany, and I was there for maybe like 3-4 years, and that's like all the German I know. So all the German knowledge I know. But now I work in German, so it's weird.
Oh my God! Wait, so it's Vietnamese, like majority of Vietnamese English, I'm presuming, and then it's like German Mandarin as like second or like fourth.
And then it's also Cantonese because my dad's from Hong Kong.
Oh my gosh, that is a lot of languages.
And then like my dad's side speaks pretty much only Cantonese. Like Mandarin was literally just because of my babysitter, and then like some classes in school. Besides that, I never had a reason to speak Mandarin, but I want to learn and get back into learning Mandarin.
I think it would be fun to learn. Actually, my brother and I are looking to learn it because it's a good international language, and we want to travel to China. And
me too.
And you know what? Thank you, Carney, because we don't need a visa to go back to the motherland anymore. Like the announcement was like said, and I was like, oh my God, I could go to China without a visa. So
yeah, but I don't think it's that hard to get a visa, is it for you?
It's not, except if you want to work for the government, which I have done in the past, and I might want to do in the future, especially if like my future job prospects don't work out because I'm graduating this semester.
Yeah.
Like this is my
nice.
graduating year from university.
Yeah.
And it's the job market is kind of terrible right now, you know. So I don't know if I'll be able to go into the job market that I want to, which is like production and film. I would like to be like a production manager within the film industry and help run
That's
projects
cool.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Don't know how viable that is. So like a backup for the government for me. And if I had to get a visa for China, it's harder to get the security clearances that I need.
Okay. But now it's easier,
Yeah.
I guess.
Now I don't need to. Now I can just go to China. So probably within the next 2 years. My brother's graduating gift from our parents was us going to Japan.
Oh,
So
okay.
mine is China.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Do you have like certain cities you're planning to visit in China? Or do you like know where you want to go or what you want to do?
Not exactly. I know a big one would like Hong Kong. No, not Hong Kong. Sorry, not Hong Kong because that's different. I meant Shanghai. I would want to go to Shanghai. Beijing would be another one. And I think there's a few others. My friend made literally like I have a few international friends. So I have like someone who lives in China, and then I have a friend who's first generation, so she goes back to visit China a lot. And both of them like created a Google Doc for me of like where they want me to go and stuff.
That's really nice.
Yeah. One of them was literally like, if you go to China and I'm not there, I'm going to kill you. I was like, dude, I'm sorry, but like school and stuff.
Yeah. I would want to go as well because I was in Hong Kong last year, at the end of last year. And I wanted to go to like take the high-speed rail to China from Hong Kong because it's really close. It's like, I think from Hong Kong to Shenzhen, it's like an hour or something. Because I had a friend she was like vacationing in China somewhere. And then I was in Hong Kong and we had another mutual friend that was also in Hong Kong. So like the friend in China came to visit both of us and she made like a day trip. So
Aww.
Yeah. So next time, if I'm ever in Hong Kong, I want to go to like mainland China. It looks really cool. I don't know. I've never really been interested. Oh my god, yes.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, I've been keep on seeing like a bunch of clips about like China and stuff now. Like the big things I would want to do there is probably like go shopping. Of course, the clothing there looks amazing. I'd want to take a photo shoot actually.
Oh,
I keep seeing those like photo shoots taken in China. Like don't ask me to feel pretty ever again because this was me and my photo shoot in China. I've been seeing like a bunch of those videos. I was like, I want that. That will be like profile pic everywhere if I ever do that. But
yeah, you should. I think there's a lot of things like that in just like in Asia in general, but especially in China. They dress you up all nice and then get like makeup, different outfits and stuff.
There's like the traditional wear that would be fun too. And I think my grandparents would like bow down crying because one of their grandchildren is not as westernized as they think they are. As they think they, but yeah, I would also want to go to Vietnam actually though. The food there looks amazing. Yeah, I see a lot of things. Again, I'm a big like clothing person, so I like see a lot of clothing brands from there. And I'm like, damn, I want to order the clothes, and it's like Vietnam exclusive. I'm like, okay, I guess I have to go there to shop there. And the food, I'm a big foodie as well, so
I agree. I mean, Vietnam it's also extremely cheap. Like just eating or traveling, staying in Vietnam. Yeah, food is great. I think you'd have a lot of fun. Like Vietnam is like
as well.
And like I mean like 10, 20 years ago. Like 10 years ago when I was there, it was like pretty scuffed, kind of, it was a little scuffed. But then like I think when I was there in high school, because I was there until 10th grade, there's like some places popping up that started getting a lot of investment from foreign companies. And now like I went back, I'm like, holy crap, like it developed so fast, like extremely quick.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of Asian countries like developed super quickly. Like you could say the same thing with like China because China became a big superpower in the recent years, and Vietnam is getting onto that scope as well. I think it's just maybe the work ethic is different over there, but they have advanced so quickly in comparison to the West.
Yeah, I mean, So when I was looking for jobs, I actually considered like Vietnam as trying to
Really?
work there, because I do have like all my high school friends are there. Like they went to like the US, they went to Canada, went to Australia. For some reason, none of them went to freaking Europe to study, so I was freaking alone here. But like they all went to university, and then like most of them went back to Vietnam to like work. So I have a lot of friends back there. So I was considering it because I don't know, it's like the vibe over there is a lot more chill. And then
Really?
like you got cheap food, you got good food.
True.
The weather is not cold at all. So yeah. And then yeah, so wait, what are you in education for again? You said like animating?
I'm in film animation
Film
currently
animation.
at university. Yeah,
Why
it's
like why did you pick that specifically? Is that
well,
something you're like
originally
interested in when you're younger?
one sec, someone is like beckoning me into a call. I'm like, I am busy right now. But I chose film animation. Originally, actually, I was in school because in my province, you don't go from high school to daily. There's
Oh.
a gap one that's called CJUP, and it's basically because we have 1 year less of high school, and then it's like a doctorate program. I think it's like associate's
Oh,
degree. I
okay,
think that
yeah.
would be like the equivalent of it, and it's like this branch between high school and university, and a lot of your credits you actually gain from CJUP.
Oh,
In
okay.
that, I was actually studying to be a pediatrician. I did the advanced sciences, advanced
Whoa, okay.
mathematics. I was in biology, and I was pretty good at it. I was depressed as shit though. I
Oh,
was
yeah.
I was not having fun. The bio 2 was the one that killed me. Loved the professor. The professor was the one of the best professors I ever had. Dude sat me down at the end of my semester, and he's like, you know, if you fail, it's okay. And I was like, are you kidding me? This guy's like, your body is more important than this
That's a
grade. And
great professor.
you should take care of yourself. You could always redo this. And I was like, oh my God, do I look that bad right now? Like, do I look this terrible? What is happening? But yeah,
Uh,
it was funny. Not really. It was funny to me, but it was also like it was kind of like what do you call it? Like a wake up call, because I was like, damn, I'm really
like you're not.
not happy in this.
Yeah.
And during that time, I was also taking an elective course in film production. So I
Ah,
was like
okay.
making videos and creating stuff. But yeah, I talked to my parents, and because they were also they're seeing like the effects of what school is doing to me. Especially since it was biology, like I wanted to go into biology, I wanted to be a doctor, and biology was kicking my ass. Then they were like, "Are you actually happy in this?" I was like, "No, but I'm good at it, so I could just continue going on." And my parents were like, "No, we're not gonna have you do
Oh.
that." Loki, some part of them probably regrets it now because I'm in film animation, but I digress. Yeah, and because I was doing this elective in film production that I really enjoyed and I felt really passionate about, I went into that. So in my university, there's sister programs, film production and film animation, and I tried out for both because I felt that again, funny thing about me, I suck at technology, absolutely awful at it. I have like the worst luck with it. I think I'm like cursed. Thing I touch kind of like dissolves into powder and dust in my
Yeah.
grasp. But animation I got. I loved drawing. I got the movement of it. So I got into that program. And even though the program is very directed towards like the creative aspects of it and how to work it, I feel like myself personally, and not to brag or anything, but I feel like I'm a pretty good leader and spokesman for
Yeah.
people. Like I help a lot of people within my grade on their projects and stuff, on what they should like, help direct them towards a correct path. And I was like, oh, I could do this for a living in the future. And I think that's where my pathway is
Oh,
leading
okay.
right now. Should have probably went into business, but film animation is really cool to say that I'm
I think
studying.
it's cool. I think film animation is really cool. And it's something that makes you happy. So it's like, it's a win win if you do get a job.
Yeah, it's a win-win, and I probably won't go into the creative aspects of it. I'm definitely not as passionate as my other peers within the grade, because like the first semester, like I was doing like all the little like I was doing it
Yeah,
to the
yeah.
T of it stuff. And then I was talking to my friends and they're like, yeah, I haven't left school in 3 days because I've been working on my
That
project.
is too much. No.
I was like, yeah, you and I are not the same kind of people when it comes to passionate about them. But I was like, I'll help you with your project, but dude,
Yeah.
like go home, take a shower or something. But yeah, I think it's definitely fun to say. And I'm working on my final film right now for my program, and it's actually been a lot of fun. It's been fun communicating with a bunch of different people about the film, and
Hmm.
um we're also doing it like a collaboration with musicians. So I've been dealing with that for the last 2 weeks of like sorting out which one I actually want. Oh my God, I feel so important, you know. There's a bunch of people emailing me and like, "Hey, can I work with you?" And I was like, "I don't know if your music fits within my scope of my film." Like it was it was kind of fun to be like, I'm a director now. You know, it's nicer.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
nicer than that, but it was kind of funny to be like, oh my God, I have the power over.
That's really cool. Wait, that's actually really cool. And like I kind of had a similar experience because I studied
Hmm.
game design.
Ooh,
So
okay.
yeah, so I was also like I saw how passionate people were with like art, and I was like, I can't do that.
Yeah, that's
They're like
exactly what I
that's
felt.
crazy. And then there's some people that are like extreme nerds at program. I'm like, I don't have the energy that these people do for this. So I'm like, I also just want to help people make games. So I get it. um,
But yeah, that
wow.
yeah, it's amazing. I'm glad you had an experience like that too, of being like, oh, I could help people, but I am
Yeah.
definitely not as passionate as you guys when it comes to this.
Yeah. And then is
I
that
am
how
not
you like
famous.
kind of got into
Sorry.
streaming as well? Or like how
Oh,
did you like pick
oh,
that up? Like where did that
oh,
come from? The whole
streaming.
gaming
Okay.
streaming thing? Because you said it was like a recent thing, right? Like not that like
Yeah,
2020 you said like COVID.
I started streaming in 2022 or 3, I think, as
Yeah,
a joke, actually. It was
as
a
a joke.
joke.
Like
Yeah,
was it a dare or something?
um it was a joke between me and some of my college friends.
Yeah.
My friend was the one that's like, "Oh my God, I'm gonna start streaming," because she played video games and stuff.
Mhm.
And I was like, "Oh my God, I'll join you." Da 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 da. And
Yeah.
then it kind of just evolved from there. I met a person who was really into streaming at the time, and yeah, I don't know. I don't know how it evolved, honestly. It's like it was a weird pathway for me. I think I don't- I met a old League content creator.
Mhm.
They're partnered now. I met them when they were affiliate.
Yeah.
Someone's name, it was Wholesome Gwen or Eve. I think it's Wholesome Eve right now. Met them, met their community,
Hmm.
got a bit popular from that, and then I met it's Spicy Sriracha. I met her. And from there I met a whole bunch of different people. I met my boyfriend through her.
Yeah.
Um, we're not as close anymore, but I thank her for that. And through my partner, I met a few other people. Like I met Unknown Reaction, which is another streamer who doesn't really stream anymore. But from him,
Hmm.
I met Belinda, by the way, which is a partnered streamer, and then I took
I
part of
think I
her
know her.
tourney.
Yeah.
Yeah, I took part of her tourney. Yes, you should know her because she plays in the Box Box Boot Camp.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I recognize her name.
I met her and then I took part of her tourney, and then from there it's just like whole giant scope of people that I now know and communicate with. And sorry, my friend was like, "Can we take the quiz?" No, it's on Tuesday.
Yeah, but I think that's really cool. That like it
Like,
started out as like a haha, yeah, I'll join you for fun. But then I think it turned into something that we really
yeah,
appreciate.
and
Hopefully.
it's crazy for me too because I participated in the Box Box Boot Camp from this
Yeah.
thing and stuff, and like I participated in like creator tourneys
Yeah.
for gay video games,
That's
and
cool.
it's
And
just like
then
it was
yeah.
like so cool for me that I've gotten to the point. I don't know how, because I've talked about it a bit on my stream itself. I was like, yeah, I would love to be a streamer, but I don't think I have
Mhm.
the capacity for it because I don't know. Personally, I don't know how entertaining I am as a individual. Like I don't know if I'll be able to capture because there's nothing's particularly unique about me in terms of the gaming industry, right?
I think your personality is really cool though. I think
Thank you.
that's why I stuck around is because yeah, because I think you were in my recommended and I was like, oh yeah, like she's pretty fun, pretty cool. I think it's like mostly personality. Like, I don't know, what do you mean? Like, there's nothing unique about you in gaming. Like, is it just
so like in gaming, you have to be two things to hold an audience, right?
Yeah.
You'd rather play a new game that's on the rise, and that's how you get popularity, such as like you could see with Disguised Toast and Among Us, or Bread, I think was a big thing for like Lethal Company and Rapo. He got big off that and playing with a few other people. So you rather play a new game and you're good at it. You're really good at a game, so think of tens when it comes to Valorant, or even tens, big league people, Tyler 1, or you're funny, right? Or like you're able to make jokes of it, or something unique about you. Think of like Mei Lee for Valorant. I don't know how popular she is now, but back then she was really popular because she had that unique scream laugh.
Okay.
Right, like she has that, like she screamed a lot, and she's like, you know. Okay. And there's a few other people that I'm thinking of that got popular because they're funny, or like they're unique. Think of Queso, right? Mm-hmm. He takes those fat jokes with, like, he's not even that big. Dude is not that big. I've seen worse on the subway. But like he takes those jokes, and because his community are making this joke, and he's just such a genuine person, people stick around. I don't think I have that what do you call it? Oomph factor would be the best way to put it. Yeah, I don't have like that oomph factor of being like, you know, I don't know. There's nothing about Verexity that people would remember. Or you get into drama, you know? Like,
oh my God, drama, yes.
Like look at Kingsman, right?
Yeah.
Kingsman thinks, you know what? Someone called me a slur. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But like, that's another way to get big, you know? Like you get into drama and you are the one that people side on, because drama could make or break a person. Look at Kingsman and look at CC. Look at Kingsman, look at Zaza. But yeah, I don't think I have, first of all, the personality for the factor. I have a hard time like gaining followers and gaining people. I'm pretty good at maintaining them. I think it's just because a part of my personality, people like staying around for it. But I don't have like my voice is like a big one, right? I don't have like the nice like
the ASMR voice,
flowery voice, you know, like when you hear it in an anime, you're like, oh my God, she's so cute. My voice half the time is like, motherfucker, why didn't you check flag?
Yeah, but I think people like that too. Some people are into that too. They like the realness of like hardcore gamers, really into their
that's like the thing. It's a hardcore gamer, but I'm golden Valorant. It's not like high level Valorant. It's me playing at a gold level, and it's just like, oh geez, this girl is getting mad at gold Valorant players. I don't know, but yeah, and I feel like I don't create connection as easily as well, right? I've talked about it before. I have a hard time texting people. I have a hard time talking. We stand our voice, thank you. But oh, true, I am plat now. Anyways, I got plat yesterday. I'm plat now. Okay. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I have a hard time maintaining connections and gaining connections because I'm shy. I don't text people easily, and I don't talk to people easily as well. And I feel like, again, because of like what I have, like what the first impression I have on people aren't as drawn to me. Like, again, I'm gonna bring up my like old friend Sarah. Oh my God, her PNG tuber is cute. She has a cute voice. She sings when it sounds like I'm mad. I am mad. She sings when she streams and stuff. And because of this aspect, she has gained a lot of attention of a lot of people who are pretty popular. And if I feel like with those connections, she would be able to make it, right? I don't know how much you are into Valo, but like there was a lot of people from Valo who were really popular that was attracted to her content, such as like Toto, the KO lineup guy, was in her stream for a while. Yeah. talking air to air, you know, because there's a lot of games that we don't intertwine, but like a lot of popular content creators within that aspect was attracted to her because of the like her first impression. I don't have that. Oomph.
Yeah, maybe you do. It's just like you don't see it in yourself. Maybe I don't know, because you also said like your personality is really cool, and like that's why people stick around. And I think that's the oomph you have as your personality and like the realness. I don't know. I like your streams. I like watching and listening to you rage at people. Gold.
I'm trying to stream more. Like I streamed on Wednesday, and I might stream again later. I'm in another tournament
Oh,
again. I got bait, dude. It's so funny. My friend was like, "I really want to participate in this tournament, but I don't know
yeah.
if I'll get in or not." And I was like, "I'll sign up with you. Don't worry. I'll put you as my preferred partner." And it's the tournament I won last time, the Valorant tournament.
Yeah.
So like, for sure, I'll get into it, you know. And like, and you'll be my partner. Day after I signed up, yeah, I dropped out. I was like,
What?
ah. Yeah, he has a really busy life. He works full time and stuff, and
Yeah.
it's near Chinese New Year, so like I don't blame him. But I was
Uh,
like, dude, I didn't want to participate in this
now you're
tournament,
stuck.
and now I'm stuck. Now I'm in a team, right? So,
Okay.
yeah, it's Belinda by the Way
Oh
tourney.
yeah.
So
Good luck. I mean, you won it last time, but now it's like with different people. Or is it with the same team? I don't know how a
a
tournament
different
works.
team, different team. I know I'm not as close to these pre. So tournament is she puts the teams together. So everyone signs up and then she
Oh,
puts it based
okay.
on like MRR. Sorry, my friend is still freaking out over this quiz. I'm like, this
Yeah.
quiz is Tuesday. Why are you freaking out right now? I'm so confused. But yeah, she puts like Belinda herself, and it's crazy. It's a 16 bracket team, 16 bracket tourney. That's 80 people she has to manage.
Oh my god.
Crazy. But she read all the eight, like probably more than 80 applications, and then she put the teams together. So I'm with some people that I kind of know. I'm not too
Hmm.
close with, but I have like a basic idea of who they are.
You've like seen their
And
names somewhere
yeah,
within the Valorant
um,
community.
probably there's well, paytime is there's paytime, and then there's Vashiki,
Yeah.
and there's two other people that those are the two people I don't know, and I'm sorry that I don't know your names, guys. If you're watching, but I'm like closer with like Vashiki and paytime.
Uh-huh.
Like I've talked to them actually out of stream and stuff, so I know them an okay amount. Hopefully we get along. And again, with this whole aspect of like me being pretty shy, I remember for my previous team, the only reason why I was able to branch out that much is because one of my teammates, Klaus, he is a sweetheart and we're still friends right now. We text almost pretty much once a day or something. And he was the one to be like, "Hey, Ver, you haven't said a word in the last 2 hours. How do you feel about the team?"
Hello?
Hello.
Oh no, wait. Yeah. Wait, okay, wait, what did I ask again? I was like, why?
How
Oh,
did why
cause
did
streaming.
streaming?
Yeah, streaming started as a
Yeah.
joke for you, and then why did you continue streaming afterwards?
Um, a part of me, I think, once like I started streaming, I think a part of me back then was like, oh my God, maybe I could make it something, you know, like I got affiliate, I got a bunch of gifted subs, I was making friends.
Yeah.
Now I don't know. I think I'm gonna stream to just like maintain friends and stuff. I don't
Hmm.
know how often I'll do it. Because again, to make it big, you have to be incredibly lucky, and that's something I don't think I have. Luck in general. I'm a pretty, you know, not a lucky person.
Maybe it's like
Lucky.
stored up. Maybe like
I'm lucky
you've
in
been
life. No, no.
used.
I think I'm lucky in big things. I'm lucky in like I'm very fortunate for how I'm raised and my
Hmm.
family and the opportunities I've been granted access to. And a lot of people don't have that, right?
Hmm.
Grew up with a lot of
Yeah.
friends, grew up with a good family, grew up with a good support system as well. Very unlucky in the little things, and I think this would be like something I am not good at, or very unlucky at in the terms of things. I don't think randomly Pokemon's like, VerexityOnline. She looks kind of cool. Let's raid her, right? I don't think I'll be that lucky. Um,
But like you're kind of doing like a lot of things like with the tournaments and stuff. So
yeah, that's why I
maybe.
think that's why I think I'm like I'll probably stream maybe a little bit during it, but I think majorly I'm just gonna play the tourney to have fun and then
Mhm.
concentrate on my
Yeah.
graduating
Okay.
project and that aspects and finding, you know, oh no, a job.
Yeah.
I love the community I've met, like community I've made and the people I've met through streaming. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know how if this I
Yeah.
think would be the best
So do you think like in the future, like when you do end up streaming, it's mostly just like to like say
it'll
hi
be
to
for fun.
friends, for like to like chill
Yeah.
with friends, just have fun on stream?
I think it'll just be to have
Okay.
fun on stream. I'm not gonna try as because last year I was like trying really hard, you know. I have an email that people could message me in case they want to like collaborate or
Yeah.
something, and I had like everything, and I was really into like posting too,
On
like posting
socials
on
and
other,
stuff.
yeah, on socials,
Yeah.
and now I'm just kind of like I'm
Yeah.
happy in my bubble,
That's
and like
good.
I'll share my bubble a little bit with like viewers and stuff, because a lot of my viewers are long time viewers. They're there for
Mm.
like they were there since the beginning, and they've stuck around even when I've like vanished from the world several times because of some forth and some reason. So one of my viewers, Swirly, he grew up with me. It's crazy to
Yeah.
say, oh my
Yeah, it's
God, someone's
true.
growing up
Yeah.
with me, right? But I've saw them turn in from like this like angsty teenagers into the into a more like mature adult now, and it was like, and like wow, like that's really cool, you know. I never thought I'd be someone that someone what do you call it, grows up with, and be like, that's my favorite streamer that I grew up with, and they helped me through some stuff, and I'm like, wow, that's
Yeah,
I'm that to
that's cool.
someone.
That's cool. I think that's a lot of the reasons why some people stream is because they just form bonds with like people and like you can
Hmm.
form your relationships. Have you actually met anyone yet that you like met on
Yes.
Twitch?
Well, my
Like in
boyfriend
person? Oh yeah,
actually, my
yeah,
partner.
exactly. Yeah.
So there's a group of people about 2 years ago that we decided to meet up in Toronto, Canada. Sorry, my brother started yelling from the other room. Um, I met I say that I met my partner through mutual friends because that's how it happened, but technically it was actually through Twitch because that's how my friend met him, and then she introduced us together.
Oh,
But yeah, a few years back, 2023, we decided to meet up for the first time, and it was like this big thing because oh no, if I get fucking kidnapped, at least we're on Canadian ground, so it isn't as bad. Um, but no, it was really cool, and I was able to meet. There's three people that I met during that time, and one was so it's Psychos, aka Bronson, Killing Boy, aka JJ,
yeah,
and Solar and Aris, aka Sylvan, aka Charles, and then I also went with another friend of mine, Spoon, who is
yeah.
an IRL. So you know, if I get kidnapped, at least there's someone to know that I'm okay. And then from there on, we've actually made a few other trips. So we went to see Valorant Masters this summer,
Oh, cool.
last
Yeah, it was
summer
in Canada, right?
yeah, in Toronto actually. So we
Yeah.
went to see that. I went to LA last year, and they came to Montreal during the Christmas of last year as well. So we've been on 4 trips together about from then on. And
That's really
yeah, so
cool.
those are the only people I've really met through. Oh, sorry, I remembered. There's also one of my viewers that I've met randomly on the streets, which was really
What?
weird because I never thought he's from Quebec. His name is
Yeah.
Yumi. Never thought I'd meet him in person. And then it was like I was one of the semesters, and I'm walking on the street, and this guy is like keep following me, and like I see like you know like when someone like ducks their head trying to see your face and stuff. That's what he was
Yeah.
doing, and I was like, "What is happening on the streets of Montreal?" And then he's like, Do you no?" He, he went about this really poorly. He was like, "Do you stream?" And I was like, like stream Netflix? Like what?" He's like, "Are you Verexity?" I
Uh,
was like, "Hi." He's like, "It's me." He's so lucky. I have a good memory because I was ready to like hit and run, you know, like ready
yeah.
to swing my bag and start sprinting. But he was like, "It's me, it's Yumi." I was like, "Oh my God." Yeah, so we talked a little bit, and
That's
then
so cool. Someone
yeah,
recognize you
I know, and
IRL.
that was another thing that I was like, oh my God, X recognizing me on the stream. Yeah, no, not anymore. Who knows? Who knows?
Who knows?
Again, if
Yeah.
I stream and if something happens, you know, it is. If it happens, it happens. But yeah. So that was the thing, and then I went to the Leve concert in Montreal as well, and I bumped into him again there, and it was again
Oh, okay.
Verexity, and I was like, I know you this time. I know you this time. No. So
Uh,
yeah, it's like that's the only instances I remember of someone actually recognizing me or like meeting up with people from Twitch in
Yeah.
person.
Yeah, and I think like as we get older, it's kind of harder to like make friends IRL because people have like full-time jobs. So like I think the only people you would like the only places where you would meet someone is either at work or like if you have some hobbies or just randomly like I don't know on the streets at like a cafe. I don't know. It's like very hard to meet other people. And I think Twitch or like online communities kind of allows us to like meet people just like gaming because like
Yeah, I
there's so
think
many normies at work. I'm like none of these people I would be friends with.
I know it's such a unique thing to for us gamers. I feel like a lot of people don't have that. It's being able to just you have a lot of people have a lot of friends online and
Yeah,
it's very cool to be able to form that connection with someone who you might not know the face of.
yeah. And then
Yeah.
sometimes like so I've met a lot of people on Twitch, and then the first time I've met someone, my sister went with me because she was like, "I'm scared. Why are
Oh,
you meeting a stranger? What if they kidnap you? What if they like do anything?" I'm like, "It's okay. I've played League of Legends with this person. This person
I
also
play League with
streams.
this person.
I've known this
This
person for
person's
like a
probably
year or
safe.
2 years, but
Oh,
like
you're
to
better
them
than
it's
me.
like they don't know. Like
Yeah.
I've
Oh
been
yeah,
playing with
no.
these people for like years and years. I sometimes I don't even know what they look like, but that's okay. And then we meet up in person and like we're just like friends, like normal friends.
Okay, that's the one thing for my group. All of us like we did a required what do you call it? FaceTime meeting
Ah,
before
okay.
we met each other. So all of us we did it multiple times, you know. So
Yeah.
in
Just
case
gotta
like someone's
verify.
using yeah. And there was no AI back then, you know.
All
So it was
true.
definitely better. So we all did like the FaceTime and everyone was like, "Okay, we're like actual people." It was also scary because I was the only woman
Oh
because
yeah.
another girl was supposed to join us and she ended up not being able to. So it was like,
Mm-hmm.
speaking of, look, it's Swirly. This is the person I was talking about earlier. But yeah, good morning. But yeah, I think it's fine to meet people online, especially with technology and stuff. I think you should still be very, very careful though.
Yeah, for sure.
Please, please, like make sure the person you're talking to is actually who you're talking to. Make sure you do all the safety precautions that is needed to be done
Yeah.
before you meet up with this person because
You
it's
never
still a
know.
scary world. It's still a scary
Something could
world out there,
happen.
even though it changes. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the people I did meet, like a lot of people I met were at like a convention, so at least like the space is like very public. It's not like I'm meeting someone at their house, you know.
Yeah, that's the thing.
It's
Like,
yeah, yeah. So I think yeah, I don't know. Twitch has been pretty fun meeting people. I haven't had any. Thankfully, I haven't had any like bad experiences yet meeting
that's
people from
good.
Twitch in person. So
If you
hope
had a bad
yeah,
experience, you'd probably be getting kidnapped. So glad you haven't had a bad experience. Good luck at
maybe
work, Sorely.
maybe I can run fast though. If someone's trying to catch me, I can
I
outrun.
can run fast. I love
uh,
that. I love that.
yeah, I think
Oh, sorry. I'm also like I have homework on the side. Friend has also been yelling at me. Not yelling at me, but like,
asking you
yo,
questions.
yeah. He's like, he's like, I swear to God, we could do this test now. And I was like, no, the fuck, we can't. Stop it. It's on Tuesday. Even if it's an online quiz, it's only gonna open on Tuesday. But yeah,
Yeah.
where is the Flash? You just sprint past everyone.
I mean, I kind of have to. It's a. I feel like that's a thing I kind of need to have because sometimes I also do IRL streams, and then if something goes wrong,
Oh yeah.
I gotta div, I gotta get out. But again, thankfully nothing ever happened. So
Thank God for
I'm
that.
also
Yeah.
like very conscious. I feel like around like with my surroundings, just from like growing up.
Oh yeah.
I always
Me
had to like
too.
look and like check, is my bag okay? Like, do I have everything in my pocket?
Is anyone following
Yeah, is anyone
me?
following me? Are they
No,
gonna say, "Oh my god, do you stream?"
I'm very similar in that sense. Like I went out to the club for Halloween, um, and my friend was like, why are you like your head is rotating like an owl. Like you look like a security drone because how much my head was moving. And I think it's
Yeah.
just the way I was raised. You
Yeah.
know, I'm the youngest girl in my immediate family.
Hmm.
I'm the baby girl. So yeah, and my parents are both very paranoid people. Not absurdly so, but more so like you really have to be careful out there in the world.
Yeah.
Like I have a knife in my car in case of
Oh my
anyone
God.
anyone like does anything. And my mom tried to give me a spring-loaded baton one time after my first job went on, like because I worked at a fast food place and I
Hmm.
was doing a closing and it was really late.
Yeah.
And like I thought someone was waiting for me on the parking lot. Don't know who that was. I kind of zoomed out, but I told my parents about that, and she was like,
Hmm.
"Take this," and I was like, "Oh my God!"
It's better
But yeah,
safe than like not have anything
better
in
safe
case
than
something
sorry. That's why I
happens.
got the knife now in my car. But
Yeah.
yeah, grew up very It's not overly paranoid, but like yeah,
Yeah,
you're reactive.
yeah, I get what you
Yeah,
mean.
like
I think one of my friends also kind of had that because I went to Paris last year for the TFT thing, and then
mm,
it was their first time traveling to Europe, like alone.
the
And then I think their family members were also like, "Oh my god, you gotta be careful! Like, there's gonna be like people like trying to like pickpocket and like I don't know, like kidnap you and stuff." So it's good to have those like cautions, but then at the end of the day,
hmm.
it's like you shouldn't be too paranoid to where like you have to be like on edge all the time when you're traveling.
Oh, I agree. Yeah, I think that's a big thing. Like we shouldn't, and I think that's what we've come to terms with, especially with the new day and age of like
Yeah,
technology. Like we are more open to the idea of meeting people that we met online because when I was younger, that ain't happening. That's definitely a
no,
pedophile trying to like
yeah. There's I feel like
kidnap
there's
you.
so many things nowadays that are acceptable to where like 20
Mhm.
years ago it would be like this is not something you do. Like even with like Uber, why would you get into a
Oh
stranger's
yeah.
car? you know, don't get into
Oh
a stranger's
definitely,
car.
yeah.
But now we do it all the
There's
time.
taxis for that. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Is there somewhere where you would like to travel that's like not China? But like
Well,
you always wanted
Vietnam, I
to?
mentioned.
Yeah.
Vietnam was just a recent thing, but I wanted to go to Australia when I was younger.
Oh, is there a
Not sure how
particular reason
much
why?
anymore. I just loved. I was a not so much anymore because I grew into a degenerate who likes sing inside. But when I was younger, I
Okay.
loved animals. I loved animals so much, and I really want to see the Great Barrier Reef.
Hmm.
And that's another reason why I'm like, oh, I don't know if it's as possible anymore. It's
Yeah,
dying.
not much.
But
Yeah.
Australia and its flora is very unique, and I would love to go travel there one day. Maybe
Hmm.
nothing in the near future, but maybe someday. In Europe in general too. I'm going to Greece this summer, so I'm
Oh, this is your first
gonna
time?
go. Yes,
Or
it'll
have
be
you
my
been?
first time.
Oh,
It's for my friend's wedding. He's getting
in-
married and he's doing it in Greece, so
and they're
I'll
from
be going
Canada?
there. Yeah, I
That's
think
very crazy.
I know.
That's fun though.
I'm
A lot of
confused. I'm
fun.
not exactly sure why they decided to do Greece. I think it has to do with the his fiance's family or
Yeah.
something. But it's pretty cool. Or like it's something they wanted to do, and I don't fault them for that.
Hmm.
It's just like it's exciting. I think would be the best way to put it. I'm worried
It's
for
also a
them
good
about
excuse
how
for you to travel to
exactly. I
Europe.
get to go to Greece, you know. Oh no, the horror. I get to go to Greece. Oh no.
But
Yeah.
if you let's say you didn't have to go to Greece as like for a wedding, which European country do you think like interests you the most that you would like
I think
want to go to?
honestly Greece is like one of the big ones just because of how it looks. Like it's European but not. I also love
Yeah,
Greek mythology. I was really into it as a kid.
yeah,
So I think that would be a big one. But rather than that, I think Italy would be one I would want to go
okay.
to just because again the food would be pretty cool and also the architecture is nice. Probably Paris, but I've heard like France, Paris, but I've heard it like not the best things about it. But again, I speak French, so it'd be
Oh yeah, true. You do
probably,
speak
yeah,
French.
I'd probably be a good place to travel to just because I know the language.
Yeah,
However, it is a different kind of French, so might get
yeah.
like shitted on for that.
Maybe they'll look at you weird. Could be.
They're like, they're like, what the frick is this girl saying? You know, because I have a pretty heavy Quebecer
Yeah,
accent. Like, it's obvious that I'm not from France, French, so we'll see. But I think France might be cool.
yeah.
Those are like the,
what about in like
hmm?
other parts of the world?
Ooh,
If there's like any, I don't like because when I ask people where they want to go, the number
mhm.
one and number two answer is always Japan or Korea.
Really?
So,
Well,
yes.
you know what? That's fair. It's also because I think it's also because of the online age. Everyone's into like anime and stuff. So,
Yeah,
and
and
don't get me wrong,
yeah.
I loved Japan, right? I loved
Mm-hmm.
it so much, and my brother wants to go again next year. I
Again.
went twice. I went twice in
Yeah,
three
you went
months, right?
twice. Yeah.
I went in August and then I went in December. It was amazing, and the food is great. It's pretty cheap over there as well. Like in comparison to Canada,
Mm-hmm.
stuff is much cheaper. And yeah, it's an amazing place. I would go back definitely. It's just big number one for me. Especially, I think it's because I am Chinese. Would be China, and then I would like to visit other Asian countries as well. I'm not sure about Korea. I don't know how big I am on Korea, to be honest, because for me, I don't think there's anything really exciting there for me. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not really big into skincare, nor am I really big into K-pop. So it's like I'd rather go to like Vietnam or Singapore or Malaysia. I'd rather go to those countries.
Yeah. I think compared I like Japan and Korea are kind of similar.
Hmm.
But then like yeah, like Vietnam is completely different from like Japan and Korea. Malaysia is completely different, so you get like a new perspective and a new
Hmm.
culture. Very cool countries. I think that was all the things I had on my structure thing. I kind of got thrown off
Hmm.
because my power went out like 3 times.
It's okay. Don't worry. It's a rough out here, you know.
Yeah, and I think we've been talking for like hour and a. Has it been an hour and a half ish already?
Probably. We started at 2-ish. Plus or minus some technical difficulty. It's my fault. You know, actually your
It's your
power going
tech.
out is my fault. My
You're
tech powers
unlucky.
got sapped into you by me being a guest on the show. We literally talked about this earlier. So you
Yeah,
know what, blame it on me. Blame
I was
the
doubting it, but now I feel like it's kind of true. Because
But
this never
yeah.
happens. I feel like my power never goes out. The one time where I have my freaking podcast, the power goes out 3 times.
I, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised
Uh,
if I had some though. But yeah.
yeah, I think that's it then
Uh
for now. I don't
But yeah, thank you
have
so
anything
much for
else.
having
Yeah,
me on your first episode. I'm honored to be the first guest on it, honestly.
yeah, of course. Thank
And
you
I
for agreeing because you're also like,
of course.
because like when we're talking, you're also like, yeah, like I don't really do like collabs and stuff. Like I don't reach out to people, so I'm very happy that you said yes.
Honestly, no, if anyone reaches out to me, then I'll be like, bet, let's go. But
Okay, it's
if I have to
different.
do like the reaching out to people, and I think it
Yeah.
has to do partly with because of like maybe the fear of rejection or like
Mhm.
a lot of times I think I did it in the past where like, oh we should play, but I
Mhm.
got like stonewall,
Yeah.
you know, left on red, left undelivered, or straight out no. I think that's part of the reason why I'm like, okay, I'm gonna stop asking. But yeah,
Okay.
I'm grateful that you are really willing to reach out and extend the
Yeah.
invitation to me.
Yeah. I know. I mean, I started this podcast because I wanted to just talk to the people I've met
Hmm.
on Twitch about more than just, do you want to play Valorant? What's your favorite agent? What's your smoke lineups? I'm like, tell me about other stuff. Tell me about like
Tell me
how
about
you grew
you.
up. Yeah, exactly. I feel
Yeah.
like people, oh, things just like people want to talk about these things. It's just hard to reach out
Hmm.
and start the conversation. So I'm hoping with this podcast, I can also like inspire maybe other people to reach out to others and actually talk about things.
And I think through this podcast also I'll try to be better at reaching out to people. I always say that, but I think I'll actually try and be better at like messaging people and reaching out more.
Yeah. And your next big thing is the tournament, right? I think
Yes,
on
it
your
will
stream.
be.
And
I think so as well.
yeah, and you said you're gonna stream it, maybe, possibly, sometimes.
Maybe, perhaps. It's
Perhaps.
we'll see. You know,
Well, I'll be watching your stream, hopefully, and rooting for you. Guys
thank
got
you.
this.
I'll definitely pop in for the next few podcasts. Do I get a hint of your next guest or anything?
Oh, should I do that at the end of my stream, at the end of the podcast? Do
Yeah, you should do like a little hint thing. That'd be cool.
oh, do I even know who my next person is?
Oh
I haven't
no.
planned, but I don't remember because I asked a lot of people and I was very
Mhm.
surprised. A lot of them said yes. I didn't
So
think
you just have a
people were gonna say
lineup of
yes.
people.
Yeah, because
Aw.
I had a goal of, I still have a goal of doing one per month, at least one per month,
Okay.
because it's like realistic.
That's
Like I can
good.
do one a month, right?
Yeah.
And I just have to like plan it
No,
out.
definitely. It's just yeah, everyone with their different schedules. I bet it'll be
Yeah.
hard.
Okay,
But
but
I believe you
next
could do it.
person, you know,
I do.
next person, you know, and yeah, well, next person in February. I have two people right now for February, but I haven't set the date yet, so I don't know who's gonna be first. But one of them,
Hmm.
you know for sure, they were in our TFT group. I'll tell you that.
Oh,
I'll tell you
I'm gonna
that.
put a guess out there. I'm
Oh,
gonna say it's rather Maria or John John. I feel like it's gonna be because John John likes doing collaboration, like talking. I've seen him do like just chatting things. And Maria, I don't know. Maria is just super friendly, and I love her. She's great.
yeah.
Don't tell me if I'm right. I'll find out if I'm right in a month or so.
Okay. Oh yeah, thank you for coming on to my podcast. Where can people find you and your stream?
Uh, you guys can find me on basically every single place as VerexityOnline. You guys can find me on, again, I don't post much, but you guys can find me. I'll try my best to stream more. So that's majorly where you can find me. I also I have TikTok and Instagram and stuff, but yeah, you guys have a better chance of like, I mean, yeah, no, you're not gonna see me on any of those platforms because I'm very bad at that. But yeah, and if you
Wow.
guys like Valorant or other Riot games, I usually play like League or Valo, but I'll try to get back into TFT as well.
Yeah, thank you.
And
See
thank
you
you as
guys
well.
in the next episode. Goodbye.
Goodbye.